Individual commitment to a group effort, that is what makes a team work, a company work, a society work, a civilization work. Vince Lombardi. Welcome to Unit 5, Building a Team. In this unit, there are 2 readings that will help you discover some of the aspects of being a leader of a great team. The first reading is called The Secret of Great Groups from Bennis. In this reading, you will discover a variety of characteristics of what a great group will look like. And at the heart of every great group is a shared dream. When the group works the dream together, they typically will manage the conflict, and team members and leaders will often abandon their own ego in order to pursue that dream. Typically, the leaders of great groups are protected from the suits, that is, those individuals who are perceived as maybe forcing a decision to occur. Also, the groups tend to believe that they have some sort of enemy, something that they are working against, but they view themselves as the underdogs, and they view themselves as having the capability of winning. Typically, in great groups, the members will pay a personal price. In particular, the leaders are often willing to make that personal sacrifice also. The reason is that the great group makes strong leaders. The leader gets its strength from the group. The way they get that is by meticulously designing the group, looking at individual characteristics of team members and what they can contribute. One of the aspects of great groups, according to Bennis, is that great groups are usually younger people. That may or may not be the case, but the key is that maybe they are young at heart. And another characteristic is that great groups really do produce a product. When you have a great group, typically there are characteristics that will be the result. Those groups typically are those that will provide action. They will tend to take risks. They tend to believe in maybe what might be impossible. The next reading that you will read is about Cesar Chavez. Cesar Chavez was an individual who was born during the Great Depression in Arizona. He and his family were farm laborers for many decades, losing their farm during the Great Depression. As such, they then went to become migrant farm workers throughout much of the Southwest United States. Cesar Chavez noted the treatment of migrant workers and eventually organized the National Farm Workers Association. In this speech to the Commonwealth Club of California, you will see some of the impetus that Cesar Chavez provides for that organization, which grew into a national movement to provide better working conditions for migrant farm workers. He built that organization on a foundation of nonviolence and a shared vision. He was very adept at telling the individuals what the vision of the group really was, and they believed in that vision mostly because they saw his willingness to engage in a personal sacrifice. Ultimately, Cesar Chavez went on to a hunger strike. A national boycott of grape growers followed, and changes were made to laws and conditions for many farm working families. Ultimately, through both of these readings, you will see that a great group, a team, typically will work together when they have a leader that understands that they do have a great team to work with. Leaders are those who will take the great team, they will move them towards that vision. As Andrew Carnegie said, teamwork is the ability to work together toward a common vision, the ability to direct individual accomplishment toward organizational objectives. It's the fuel that allows common people to attain uncommon results. Through each of these readings, you will discover what it takes to make a great team and some of the characteristics of leaders of great teams.